Okay, I've used my templates to mark the body by eye. I'm going with the alien tape again this time because it worked good the last time, and it comes off way easier than that standard really thin double-sided tape. I need 4 pieces. They don't need to be big, they just need to hold it in place. That will make 2. That'll make 2. Okay. There's 2. Let's put them out here on the corners where I think they're going to have place to stick on the body. Okay, so here comes the tricky part of relining up this. And what I did initially was has the center line on these templates, using the center line to line up with the dots I made for the screw adjustment holes, as well as with the outline template that I made with my marker all around it. So I'm trying to get it the equal distance from both screws. And I think I just didn't by a tiny bit. Once there's more lines on there, it becomes a little more deceiving as far as positioning goes. Alright, we're going to go with that because that lines up with the mark I made before. Now I have to figure out depth. I could possibly use a Forstner bit to take out some of the wood in this corner to make it less of a issue for the router bit. Let me see what size I've got, the smallest one. This is my smallest one. I can't remember how many millimeters it is. But yeah, I could take some meat out of that corner. Probably a couple of places. 1, 2. Yeah, maybe I'll try that, and that'll make this job a little bit easier. And then I'll leave the bit on the drill press, because then I might be able to do something with this as well, and make the routering part not so bad. I just noticed here that the depth is not as deep as in here. I don't think it's going to matter because the pickups are going to sit on the pick guard. The adjustment screws are going to be in there. I think that's enough depth for humbucker screws. If not, I'll just cut the damn things off. And that's that. Alright, I got to move over to the drill press. I'm going to let you watch me do some routing, but I'm probably going to speed it up and turn the volume down. Good cavity. Alright, so I have to take this off. And there I go. I said so for the first time today. I have to take this off and reposition it here and go again. Alright, now that's supposed to fit. I also wasn't that careful with my brand new jigs to make sure that my ring for the router was deep enough, and I scarfed into the side of my test jig, my drill jig, router jig. I'll get it right eventually. Right, so where am I? That's done. That's done. It's probably time to put the bridge back on with the one and drill the holes for the other. Yeah, that's probably what time it is. I have to go get the bridge. All right, the holes became 7/64s for this. And I didn't drill them all the way the depth of the screw because I want some biting in there to hold it. I also need to get these saddles off, mark the holes in it for the string through. And I decided that in order to try to get it straighter, I can't get this on the drill press. So in order to try to get it straighter this time, I'm going to use this off of a bridge. I don't know which one it came off of. Something that I didn't end up using. To be able to use it as a guide to get them to go through there straight with a hand drill, better than last time. Right, that seems to be working. I need to get all the saddles off. What other holes do I need to drill? Oh yeah, I need to re-drill this one. Let's just take a look at that. I still need to do some work. What I found when I was working on this is that the plate wasn't centered on this side. It was a little bit too much this way. So I filled the hole, and I'm going to re-drill that. That's going to be something smaller than a 7/64 for the pickguard bits, screws. Let's just put this on this side and see what's going to happen. That's going to go something like that. With the pickguard over here. Yeah, definitely gonna need to do something with this corner. Oh, and you know what? It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Not at all. It's only overhanging a tiny little bit there. All right, and the final adjustments I'm going to make with the the neck in the pocket with this in there, and then I'll drill the screw holes for this thing, make sure that they're good, and then we'll work on that corner afterwards. Right, that's what I wanted to see. I have a new three-way switch here somewhere. If only it wasn't, oh, there it is. Only it wasn't missing. Now, I tested that with one that I have. Yeah, see, I had one in my stock. This one just came in, so I don't really need it to get it in there. J-Man was worried about it, but see, I'm not that worried about it. I think it's going to fit exactly right. I've got those pins bent over. They could go over a little bit more. And if need be, I could scarf out a tiny little bit in the bottom of that pocket just for a little bit more clearance, but I think that's going to work. All right, I've made sure that all the 5 screws are in before I mark the string holes. I'm hoping I can align that bridge block to make these holes on those black dots. I gotta take all these screws out again. So I'm thinking alien tape on the back of this to hold this in place. See if I can see the dots. Get a drill bit down there. Now these holes are usually 1/8. So the tape is not covering the center one, the other bench, so I could just see underneath here. See if I can line up these alien tapes. You know what? I think that's going to help a whole lot. Yes, indeed. All right. Yeah, that's pretty sturdy with that tape on it, which was the intention. Finally, something worked. All right, hand drill time it is. I'll have to find some of that. Now, since I don't have a 1/8 bit long enough to go through this and the body, I got it as deep as I can. And then I'm going to have to do the rest of it by hand, which unfortunately didn't go in very far. I wished it would have gone more. Oh, well, maybe it went in further than I thought. I think there might just be sticky stuff in the hole. I have to clean up. Alright, that noise is over. So this is a 1/8 bit. Let's see how far down it goes. Well, that's almost through, isn't it? Good and tight. Almost through the body, almost. So I might be able to use that as a guide to go all the way through the bottom and protect. That almost worked 100%. One hole got off the main line. There. I'm going to have to do a whole new polishing on this. Maybe even some compounding. Now I had the idea to use one of these this time for the ferrules in the back. How do they put those on? Like that or like that? Probably like this, eh? So, with these holes, I need to open them to the width of this with a brad bit. And for this I'm going to need to measure it, the circumference, the diameter of these little things with my caliper. And also a little bit deeper than this so that when it goes in, then I'll be able to put the two. Look at that. I am trying it again. I figured out that this is going to take 11:30 seconds to fit in the body. So I drilled with my drill press 11:30 seconds all the way through. I'm going to try to use this as a drill guide on the back to make the holes where this will fit in the body. and hide the little boo-boo that I made, hopefully. And hopefully this is going to help me not make too many more boo-boos. So I'm going to line up the black, or the holes down there, as best I can. And that's why I put tape on both sides here, to be able to try to get it back in place where I thought it was going to be. And then I just have to get the hole vertically. And I'm going to glue it down with alien tape again. So here goes another experiment. Well, I have to report that this turned out pretty good. I'm not going to put this in yet because I need to go back over all this and clean it all up again, because of all of the I've been doing around on it, front and back. So the front and back is going to get another good cleaning with the pads. But right after, on the front, I need to get the neck back on here and drill the holes for the pick guard. I've got the saddles back on the bridge. Of course, they're not adjusted, but they're there. And the body is on the work table behind me, all polished and shined up. And this will be the end of my work day for today. And then tomorrow we'll try to put some stuff together.